Hi, thank you guys for clicking into my video for LeetCode number 8, string to integer atoi. So basically you're recreating C or C++'s atoi function. So basically what it does is it changes a string to an integer, so a to I, basically a string to I. So it should be able to take in any different string that has an integer in it and only take out the integer. So if there's white space, it'll give you the integer. If there's words at the end, it'll give you just the integer. So basically you have to kind of account for every different case that there could possibly be. So now to start, the first thing I should try and do is some base cases. So like s is null, or s is 0 characters long, or or s is just a single empty string there. Then you should go ahead and return a 0, and that's pretty important there. So now we're going to go ahead and create a double for the result. We'll initialize it as 0. Now we can go ahead and trim up the string we get. Sorry, I don't know why I cannot type, but I just cannot type today. Int digit start is going to equal 0. So this is going to be the first digit of the string, and it'll either be 0 or 1 depending on if it starts with a positive or negative sign. Because in the string it could come with a positive sign at the start, and then that means the first digit, like the first part of the string that is like numerical, would be after 0. It would be 1. So like if it was -2, this would be digit 0, so then you'd have to move to 1 to start getting the integers. Anyways, moving on, we could do a try catch here because s.char at 0 could sometimes be not be the right, like not be anything. Sorry, I don't know why I can't explain this either, but we're gonna go ahead and check if it's a plus sign or if it's a negative sign, and if it's either of those, we're gonna go ahead and add 1 to digit start, so that we'll do that thing where we started at 2 instead of starting at the negative sign whenever we move into the loop. If it's a -1, so if it is just a negative sign, which would look like that, then we're going to go ahead and set is negative equal to true. So that'll really come into account at the end. We can catch any exception here. It would be like an index out of bound for these charats. We can catch them into exception E, and then that will just return 0. So it's not super intuitive that you'd have to use this, but just like trial and error shows you that you kind of need a try catch block in there just to make sure that it can go through in Java without causing any issues. Now we can go ahead and do an I equals digit start, so it'll be, remember I said either 0 or 1, as long as this I is less than the length of the whole string, which now is trimmed up, but this will still check through everything. Then we'll go ahead and do I++, and really it's just going to break as soon as it stops seeing numbers. So we'll show you how that works. It's just the first if statement here. If it is the one here at I, it's char at, is not in between the bounds of 0 or 9, basically, of the characters. So sorry about my dogs, by the way. I'm gonna probably kill both of them after this video, so like you don't have to worry about that. Just kidding, obviously, but they are annoying. So we're gonna break if it's not in between these, because all these character values in memory are stored like right next to each other, so you don't really have to check for each one. You can just check in between 2 bounds, which is pretty cool. And then all we have to do is digit value go ahead and cast the int over the char I, and then we can minus off that, which is pretty important. This is like how whenever you want to make a integer into a string, you would do like string s is equal to 43 plus and then like empty space to turn it into a string. It's basically the same thing but going from character to integer. So that's very cool. Then we can go ahead and set the result to the result times 10, so whatever was already in there times 10. Then we can add on the digit value. So this is a good technique that you can use to move numbers along in an integer. So like if you had 5 or 3, I mean, you multiplied it by 10, you get 30. Now whatever you add on will only go into this 0 right here. So give me 1 second here. Alright, I'm back here. So we left off at digit value equals 10, or result equals result times 10 plus digit value. Then we're going to go ahead and do a final check, just checking if it's negative, which we already did all the logic behind. So if it's negative, then we'll make result equal to negative result. And then you can go ahead and return cast it. Return a casted int result. So there you go. There's an error. What's going on here? Stuck char at, duh. Now let's hope it goes through, because I don't want to go through too many errors. Yeah, there we go. See? Beats 99.19% of other people, because it uses very few memories. That's probably because of what we did down here and down here as well. It doesn't use very much memory, and it beats 70% of other ones in runtime as well. So it's a pretty good solution. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out.